sure you figure it out. Welcome back, everyone. This is our Saturday session, and here's Miss Evelyn. Of course. Now she's sad. You want a card? Here. You want to show that to everybody and say hi? They can't see you. There. Look. So pretty. Yeah. Can you wave? Can you wave, Evie? Anyways, as I was saying, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our Saturday session of Tarot and Truth. Oh. You gonna sit right there? Okay. Good morning, Fox Mama. I thought she was gonna pull cards with me, but she decided that she wants to bang on the window instead. You know, toddlers. You want one? Now you want one? You have to come sit with Grandma if you want one. You want this one? How about you ring the bell? Anyways, we are going to pull some Soul Truth cards today. And if you want, the rope's on my nightstand. Let the baby make a quick exit and say hi to Miss Mystic. All right, you're good. So obviously this is a very impromptu session. I am not totally prepared for this morning. We have the kids over for the weekend for Halloween, and it's been a crazy morning. Boy, toddlers are nuts. Holy moly. I forgot how crazy they were. She's been in everything and pulling out all kinds of stuff. I had to distract her with Tupperware and wooden spoons. So we'll pull our Soul Truth card for today and maybe more than one. We'll see what comes out. And then we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a little bit of a storyboard. I haven't decided which deck I want to use yet. Oh, FYI, the TV's really loud, so you're definitely going to have to turn it down. I don't want to use the Affirmators deck because I've been using that one a lot this week. So, right, they like those more or better than all the expensive toys that we buy them. So, I don't know. I'm just going to buy her measuring spoons now from now on. All right. Oh, there's our first one. Oh, and this is a good question, too, especially after yesterday's session, which if you did not see, you should probably go back and watch the last 2 days, I believe. A lot of really huge messages came out. But what can we burn? Okay, so we are completing this whole clearing process. And, well, the answer to that is burn it all. Right? The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you're not enough. Burn, baby, burn, because your soul is calling. It's time for a huge rebirth, Magic Family. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. It's time to use them, right? Our first soul action for today says to make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. You're going to pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like, right? I know ours is going to look like a big, giant, fat miracle, and I'm super excited for what life has in store for us as we move into this process of building out our property. Although I was joking around with my husband, I think since we have 15 acres, maybe we should invite a bunch of our like-minded friends to join us and start a commune. All right. Your next question is, What else could this mean? Okay, this is a good question to ask ourselves, especially when we're hitting a lot of obstacles and roadblocks, um, because sometimes things are not what they look like on the surface. It says there's always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limited beliefs. So look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Our next soul action for today says, is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. And if it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? And that's especially important as we're going through these clearing processes, asking ourselves, what else can we burn, right? Meaning, what else can we surrender? What negative belief system are we ready to dismantle and replace with something better for our souls now? Okay. And then our last question for today says, what can I surrender even more in this moment? Right. And, you know, we always think, well, I've just surrendered so much and blah, blah, blah. But there's always some negative belief system or some block that we are still carrying around that really has no place in our new existence. So it's essential to have a clear, strong intention of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome because it's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming, right? Our last soul action says to know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Our mantra for today and going into this coming week, or I should say closing out this current week, says, I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome and I joyfully trust the process. Right. And that is definitely what we are really, really being asked to do. Um, Especially considering we started off with the what can I burn card and what else can this mean? So we're really being asked this weekend to really comb through our belief systems and figure out which ones are really limiting us, and keeping us from moving forward into the next level of our lives. Okay. Um, I know for me personally, and for a lot of the people I've talked to, it's a feeling of not being worthy enough, right? We haven't done enough to deserve these huge, huge gifts that we're being given. And we have a tendency to turn them aside and go, no, no, that's not for me. Somebody else deserves that more. Because we feel like if we accept these things, we're taking away from someone else. But the fact is, there is no lack. So you accepting something really awesome isn't going to negate it for somebody else. They're still going to receive their own gifts and things by their vibration. It just means that you've leveled up to a point now where you have freed the way for these awesome things to occur in your life. And, you know, sometimes the hardest part in life is learning how to receive. I know for me, that's been a huge thing. I always feel like I have to pay it back in some way. And I never really learned how to just accept it and say thank you. And so I've really been working on that uh, over the last couple years. And not having to turn around and give it away to somebody else who I think deserves it more or needs it more or whatnot. Now, I mean, there are still those times where you're called to serve or give or whatever, and I'm not saying not to do that, but there are distinct moments in our life where we really need to kind of suck it up and just say thank you and accept and receive those things that are trying to come to us right now, because they'll further us along in our journey later on. And that's extremely important right now because we're being given the tools right now for our next level. Okay. But first, we have to surrender some of these limiting beliefs and these anchors that are holding us into a lower vibration. All right. So I think today, I think we're going to storyboard with the Sacred Traveler deck today. Just because I kind of feel like that fits the theme of this the best. I'm not going to read every single card. I probably will. I mean, they all have things on the front of them. I'm not going to go into the book and read every single card because that would take forever. But let's see what kind of story is going to be unfolding as we close out this week and start a new one. The Sacred Traveler deck is by Denise Lynn, and it is one of my favorite affirmation decks. It has great art and all kinds of fun stuff in it. All right. I think that's all I'm getting for this beginning of the reading. Also, for those of you who stick around after this, I will pull a few personal cards for you too as well. But remember, if you have specific questions you want me to answer, you're going to have to book a reading. I can only connect in a very, very general way, just because sometimes there's a lot of people who are watching and it's hard to deeply connect with every single one of you. In that kind of a depth anyway. All right, let's see where we're going to start this today. Here we go. Our first two are the Choosing Your Path card. And I think this came out yesterday or the day before for somebody in their personals. It's just reminding us that everything is possible. Here we are standing on the top of this cliff looking out over this landscape that we're getting ready to explore. And all we have to do is choose which way we want to go, right? So we can choose the path of least resistance, or we can choose one of struggle, but ultimately the choice is ours. But remember, everything is possible. There is no lack. Okay. And it came out with the Wondrous Universe card, right? And we all know that. So walk in beauty. So part of choosing our path is choosing the path that, well, feels the most beautiful to us, right? Nobody wants to take the path that is covered in brambles and, full of potholes. Well, I mean, there might be somebody who wants to do that, but that's not what we're choosing now, right? We're choosing the path of least resistance. We're choosing to go with the universal flow. And part of that is walking in beauty. I just looked up at the clock. It was 13:33. So there's a number code for us to start this off today. 3 is about creation, right? Reminding us that we are creating our own reality and it will show up as we choose it to be. So if you feel like life is shit and nobody loves you and, nothing ever goes right for you, chances are, that's exactly what you're going to be calling in. But if you remember that life is beautiful and miracles are natural, and all you have to do is stay in a state of joy to call more joy in, it's a lot easier. All right, let's see where our path diverges from here. All right, here's our next set. We got 3 this time. Okay, so we have a little bit of a step progression from 2 to 3. Okay, we'll go bottom to the top. And we get Ascending the Mountain. Okay. Angelfish, if you want to see the baby, you're going to have to rewind this live stream real quick. So we're being reminded to keep going forward, right? So we've chose our path. We're choosing to walk in beauty. Now we need to keep going forward on that path, right? Beautiful. It came out with joy and delight, right? So we were just discussing this. As we're ascending the mountain, we can choose to do it in a negative way, or we can choose to do it in joy and delight, right? Remembering that life is a miracle and we're here to enjoy it. Okay, and the next one is navigating by the stars. Okay, so even though we may have to navigate without a map, the stars are always there. All we have to do is follow our bliss, right? Again, going with the flow, following the path of least resistance. Yeah, you could choose to climb over the top of these little mountains, or you can take the path in the middle. The choice is yours, remember? Right? Isn't she a doll? She's very much in the terrible twos right now, though. But she's starting to talk quite a bit. And she always wraps you right back around her finger after she's done being a turd with the, I love you. Right? I love you. There's nothing better than a toddler saying, I love you. You can probably hear her in the background a little bit. That's okay. It's part of the reason we love you, angelfish. Hi, baby. Are you watching the show? She's talking to me from the other room. She's laying there laying on Grammy's bed watching TV. Okay, so back to our storyboard. The rejuvenating rain is coming, even though it may seem dark. Okay, so we want to clear the past and heal the present. And that's kind of what our soul truth cards were reminding us as well when they asked us, what can we burn? What else could this mean? And how can we surrender even more in this moment? And the answer is there's always something that can be cleansed. Sometimes we just have to stand out in the rain, right? Oh, yeah, she's very, very good with the pleases and the thank yous. That was one of the first words that she learned. And she uses them to her adorable advantage all the time. Her mom was about 2 years old when we caught her jumping up and down on the couch in their playroom saying shit. So far, the baby has not scored that I know of. Although, she's just starting down the language adventure, so I'm sure it will pop out eventually, but we try really hard not to swear too much in front of her. All right, so we are choosing our path, remembering that we are in a wondrous universe. We're ascending the mountain with joy and delight, navigating by the stars, and going through the rejuvenating rain, right? Yeah, I think that would make me pee my pants too. All right, so where are we going next? We get 2 again, so again, a progression. We went 2, 3, 1, 2, again. Oh, might help if I show it the right way. Okay, so the narrow pathway card is coming up after we have gone through this rejuvenating rain, and it's asking us to tread thoughtfully. So even though we're taking the path of least resistance, just like water, we still have to tread carefully. There are still obstacles and misadventures along this path if we're just going around willy-nilly and not really watching where we're going, right? But we're really being asked to begin now. So today is going to be the day where we are really shedding all of these negative beliefs and limitations. And we're going to be taking our first step as we go into this next week. All right. But the choice is yours, whether it's going to be one filled with lack or whether it's going to be one filled with abundance and miracles. All right. Oh, good. How'd it turn out? Right? All right. So as we begin now, we will be going through these cleansing waters, right? So purification activates our vibrant life force, right? So again, with the cleansing, this is asking us to really, really dive deep, though. The rejuvenating rain takes off the surface. It just reminds us of the things that we need to kind of look at. But the cleansing waters actually pull that away from us. Okay, so after we've made the choice that we're willing to let these things go, then the cleansing waters appear. Okay, but we first have to make that choice. And as we do, we approach the gates of triumph. Okay, and success expands in our life exponentially. Make room for all these cards. We'll start putting them down here. All right, I'm just going to keep pulling cards until Spirit tells me to stop. We have a pretty good progression, though. We have reached the gates of triumph after making our choice and doing it with a joyful heart. We navigated through the darkness, approached the rejuvenating rain. We made it through that. We are treading carefully as we begin this journey. We got through the depth of the cleansing waters and we are approaching the gates of triumph. And as we approach those gates, good morning, Kirsten. We are reminded to stay grounded, right? So go deep and explore your roots. Once the cleansing is done, it gives us a whole lot of new territory that we need to explore within us. What we don't want to do is fill that back up with things that don't mean or don't fit with the way that we're wanting to go, okay? And that's when the rainbow blessings appear. It says blessings are showering your life, right? So as we stay grounded in that, the blessings will start to show up. So it's asking us to look for those synchronicities. Good morning, Kaylin. It's good to see you, love. All right, so we're definitely going to want to keep treading carefully. Both of my grandbabies are rainbow blessings. And 2 of my own kids, actually, too. All right, let's see where our path is going next after we have acknowledged our rainbow blessings. Ooh, we got 4 this time. I think this is going to be our last 4 for this section. And then I'm going to pull some clarifiers out of a different deck. Okay. It's asking me to go top to bottom this time instead of bottom to top like I normally do. So, all right. So once the rainbow blessings start appearing, we're being asked to rest, right? So lie back, rest, and relax. In other words, let the new blessings take root before you dash off to do something else, right? And that is when the call appears. The question is, are you going to answer it or not? But the time is now. We're not being given a lot of time to decide whether or not we're going to answer that call or not. But remember, this whole storyboard has been about choosing our path. So are you going to answer the call at the end of that? And that's how you get in the flow, right? We answer the call and get in the flow. This is also telling me that something that we start right now will be culminating sometime around Christmas, for those of you who celebrate it, or that time period, around solstice. Okay. Remember, everything is smooth sailing. Again, path of least resistance. This will not be showing up as lack. Okay. And our last card for this section is uncovering treasure, right? So beneath the surface lies great bounty. Indeed, it does. So after we burn it all away, all of those negative belief systems and thoughts and self-recrimination and shame and guilt and blame, as we let go of all of those things, we uncover the treasure of this life, right? We're taming the dragon, so to speak. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is how the storyboard went from beginning to end. We choose our path by realizing that this is a wondrous universe that starts us ascending the mountain, but we're going to be doing it with joy. Even though we have to navigate by the stars and go through the rejuvenating rain and tread carefully on the narrow pathways, we're still beginning now, right? We've gone through the cleansing waters of purification. We have approached to the gates of triumph. We have grounded that into our souls. We've accepted our rainbow blessings and noticed that they're there. And in that way, we're just resting right now, watching the clouds, listening for that call and then answering it, because we are in the flow. We've chosen the path of least resistance, the one of joy. And in that way, we've uncovered the treasure of the peace in our own soul, right? Beautiful. Of course, love. All right, so let's move that out of the way. And for those of you who missed it, our soul truth questions this morning were, look at how many cards we went through, you guys. Almost half the deck. Now for the fun part. Now that we've gotten through the serious part of our Saturday Oracle session. But keep in mind, what thought pattern can you burn? What can you release from your psyche right now? Your energy? What else could it mean, right? What else could it mean that you're being asked to face these things right now, even though it feels dark and gross? You still have to look at it. You still have to feel it. And then that way you can then let it go. And that's how we surrender even more in this moment. Okay. So remember, our last soul action for today was to know so deeply that your soul vibrates, that you are not alone. None of us are doing this by ourselves. Not only do we have all of the magic family behind us, but we have all of our ancestors and those that love us on the other side with us too, as well, especially during this holy scorpionic time period right now. Okay. Tomorrow is Samhain. But remember that your life has a purpose, even if you don't see what it is right now. And the more you surrender to the fact that you have a purpose, even if it's just healing yourself so that you can heal a timeline in your own ancestral past, remember that Source can produce miracles in your life from that. Remember the mantra. In fact, say it with me now. I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change, and I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process, right? So even though it may look like nothing is going right for you right now, maybe things are just lining up for you in your future. And, in that way, we just kind of have to go with it. Have faith that the universe wants for you what you want for you. And then begin now. Take that step, no matter how small, right? Even if it's 1% today, that's still 365% in a year. And you only need 100%. All right. Okay. I'll catch up in the chat really quick. Oh, yes. My granddaughter was at the beginning of the video. For those of you who tuned in a little bit late, she was a little bit grumpy, but we had her for about 5 seconds. Also, those of you who do not know, we are expecting grandbaby number 2, I believe, in May. So that's exciting. Right, Mystic? You're doing May? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to go from here? Let's do a little bit of a storyboard with the Everyday Witch Tarot as well. Right? Well, we are the Dragon Clan for a reason, aren't we, beautifuls? Angelfish can tell you all about it. All right, let's get a few cards out of this deck. I believe the Everyday Witch Tarot is by, oh my gosh, who is it? Deborah Blake. If you want to get it yourself, that's the box on the very top right here. If you can see back there. All right, I think we'll try to get 11 cards out of here. And I'm actually going to just pull the cards first. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And after we do this, we will jump into the personal card pulls. I think that might be 11. Yep. All right. Good morning, Tony. It's good to see you, love. Right? Okay. So the Everyday Witch Tarot's message for us today starts with, bonus points. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Abundance, reminding us that all things are possible because, well, we're possible, right? And we're moving into philanthropy. So taking action with that abundance, we are giving it away freely, knowing that our cup is never emptied because, well, we don't really need the cup to begin with because we're locked in to an energetic exchange with Source itself. We know our cup's refillable, right? There is no lack. It does indeed. Okay. We do have choices, however, that we do need to make. The Seven of Cups reminds us that there are many paths that we could choose. We could choose those of love or we could choose those of lack, but ultimately the choice is ours. So spin that wheel of fortune, my friends. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows, but we do know that everywhere is good, right? As long as we are vibrating from the state of love. I already got my tickets, Angelfish. Did you get yours? And here it is again. All right. The Ace of Pentacles. The knowledge that the universe is handing out gifts right and left. Are you ready to claim yours? Right? I know I am. Do not get stuck in the past. Okay. The thing about the Eight of Swords card is, even though it looks like she is in dire straits, if you really, really look at this card, she is holding the ends of the ribbon that tie her wrists. And all she has to do is let go. She can take off the blindfold and step right out of the Circle of Swords. This is self-imposed negative prophecies right here. Okay? And that leads us to the Six of Pentacles again, right? Philanthropy. The knowledge that we need to share the wealth. Sometimes this is about doing it from a state of nostalgia, right? But it's the knowledge that there is always more, right? Bingo. 10 of Cups, the ultimate state of fulfillment in every way. Look at all those full cups, right? You could spill half of those and still have more than everyone else. All we have to do is pick it up and drink it. So are you choosing the path of least resistance, which is the fact that there is nothing to fear at all but fear itself? The knowledge that fear is false evidence appearing real. Instead, this is the knowledge that all our wants and needs are met above and beyond our greatest expectation. Because everything's always working out for us, no matter how dark it looks, right? The Page of Wands. Again, choose your path. Which path are you choosing? Are you following blindly, or are you going to make your own way? There's a lot of cups in here, you guys. The Two of Cups. Ultimate balance. Again, another celebration for a job well done. And our last card, the Tower, right? The Tower is when the ultimate magic happens, when you can look back on the rubble of your past and acknowledge the fact that it has just given you the stones to build your future. Right? Does she look scared? Hell no. She looks satisfied as hell because she burnt that down so that she can rebuild it how she wants it to be. Right? Make the choice. And if you've chosen fear, choose again. Mic drop from the universe. Beautiful. All right, guys. Now for the fun part. Let's pull some personal cards. I'm not sure which ones I want to use yet. Anybody have a suggestion on the deck we used today? Should we just stick with the doors and the Starseed deck? Or maybe do the crystal deck? I feel like we've kind of played those out. See, what else could we use? I don't want to do the affirmators because we use those every day during the week. We have the Universe Has Your Back deck, Nature's Whisper Oracle, the crystal deck. Why don't we do the crystal deck and the Starseed deck today? How about that? I like to have a clarifier, so we'll do that. Okay. So everybody will get a keyword from the Starseed deck. Okay. These are by Nari Anastasia. And the what is this deck called again? The Crystal Intentions Oracle is by Margaret Ann Lembo. All right. So Tabitha, you were first in the chat today, so that's where we're going to start. And then Angelfish, Kirsten, Kaylin, and then Tony, I believe. Yes. We only have 5 of you in here today? All right. Right? I'm glad you get a little rest. All right. Tabitha, let's get your crystal card, and then we'll pull your keyword card from the Starseed deck for today. That is too many. Just one, please. There we go. Ooh, you get the ruby today. This helps to improve your physical strength and vitality. It also increases your endurance and passion, helps to activate your productivity and self-motivation, increases your enthusiasm and overall feelings of well-being. And the affirmation that goes along with this stone says, vital life force flows vibrantly through me, and I'm grateful for my energetic passion for life. Indeed. Oh, that is a great way to wake up, Angelfish. All right. Tabitha, your keyword card for today is this one. Ooh, I love this card. This is the intuition card. So it's asking you to trust your intuition. It's been guiding you to the answers that you seek. Okay. You already know what this applies to. Nice. All right, Angel. You get Jade. Ooh, this one hasn't popped out in a long time. So the Jade is to help improve your visualizations of a positive outcome. It also attracts good fortune and good luck, improves your financial status, and activates your millionaire mind. Ooh, you need to get a hold of some Jade. The affirmation that goes along with this stone says, I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. Ooh, I like that. They did. Jade is a really important stone for a lot of different ethnicities. So, okay, and your hi, baby. Your starseed keyword today is abundance. Angel, when your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Oh my goodness. All right. Big things for you, babe. Big things. Indeed. I may have my husband pick up a couple extras today. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. I believe, Kirsten, you were next. This card right here. And you get the tourmalinated quartz. So it's quartz with tourmaline inclusions, right? This is to help restore harmony and peace on all levels, Kirsten. This also deflects unwanted or unhealthy vibrations, helps to break unhealthy energetic cords, and uncover your unconscious beliefs and patterns. And that's definitely what we've been talked about today. So if anybody else wants to work with this stone as well. The affirmation for this says, I am mindful of the energetic connections between others and myself, and I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. Like that one. Nice. Okay. And your keyword card is this one. You get the blue flame card today. Nice. So connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you, Kirsten. Nice. All right, Kaylin, you're next. Oh, and you got a jumper. Okay. Caitlin, your stone is peridot. This helps to release feelings of impatience, jealousy, and frustration. It also helps to improve your ability to integrate and process life, connect to your inner strength and your unlimited potential. The affirmation for this says, good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions, and I am grateful for my blessings. I love that stone too. It's also the stone for August birthstone, I think. And your starseed card is the dream card, and it says the universe speaks to you through your dreams. So really pay attention to your sleeping and your waking dreams right now, Kaylin. And definitely keep that peridot with you if at all possible. Okay. Beautiful. All right. I think Tony was next. I'm pretty sure. Yes, Tony. All right, Tony. Right? Dream bigger. Always dream bigger. If your name is not in the chat and you are hanging out on the stream, please get your name in the chat so that I can pull you a personal card too as well. All right. Tony, your stone is hematite. I have a bunch of this. This helps to calm hyperactivity. It also helps you to stay grounded and focused, repel negative thought energy, release annoyance and distraction, and encourages inner peace and a quiet mind. The affirmation for this says, it is easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain awareness. I can find inner peace. So your stone is hematite, Tony. I love that. Right? That's an always carry for me. Right now, I'm really working with smoky quartz too. I'm not surprised. Spirit's never wrong. All right. Tony, your keyword card from the Starseed deck is this one. And it is the celebration card. So celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. I know you are truly a gift to our tribe, for sure. Love it. All right. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody for today. All right. Let's get a closing card from the Nature's Whisper Oracle. And see what she has to add this morning. Although the message has been very, very clear today. There it is, right here. And it is the gratitude and appreciation card that we get today, 46, a 10. So there's definitely some serious closure going on. We are really getting ready to begin anew. We have chose again, right? Those of you with unicorn spirits, here it is. Okay, let's get the book. We'll read the expanded message on this card. Okay, so the gratitude and appreciation card reminds us to recognize the good qualities in others and openly share your gratitude with them. Write notes of thanks to those who have helped you. If someone deserves acknowledgement, take the time to let a superior or colleague know so that they receive the recognition they deserve. Remember, nature is continually sharing its beauty for us to appreciate. Beholding a rainbow is a gift, and when we encounter a rainbow's beauty, it's the perfect time to be grateful for all the gifts in our life. It's important to generate the positive flow of thankfulness that can bring joy into someone else's life. And by doing so, you will not only decrease your stress, you'll also generate the feeling of goodwill and love in your own life, right? And we definitely represent that around here, right? It's the reason for the tribe. It's the reason we all gather every day to help root each other on. Remind everyone that, well, life is a miracle. And all you have to do is open yourself up to the beauty around you in order to see that. So focus not on the negative things. Remember, what you focus on grows. Okay. And that's true. Um, remember to give thanks where thanks is due. Uh, even if it's just thanking yourself for all of the awesome shadow work that you have been gliding effortlessly through. It gets easier and easier the more you do it, right? And as always, my beautiful friends, everything is always working out for you. All your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectation. Always, in all ways, because we are safe, we are loved, we are protected, and we are prosperous beyond measure. So be good. Be good to yourselves. Keep being good to each other. This is how we're changing the world every day, one soul at a time, starting with healing our own, right? And I cannot thank you all enough for joining me yet again. The tribe grows bigger and bigger every day. It's great to see the growth. So thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. The word's getting out. And I'll see all of you again on Monday for another magical morning. Until next time, beautiful people, may favor follow you wherever you go, as does my love. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can hit me up at the email in the show more box below. If you would like to exchange energy for energy, my tip jars are also in the box below. You can hit me up Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. And also my other social media links are down there too if you'd like to connect with me further. I love y'all. I will definitely squeeze the kids for you, Angel. All right. Go out. Be the lighthouses that you are. No one hides the light under a bushel, right? Or as Angelfish likes to say, nobody puts baby in the corner. I love you. See you Monday at 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific. Be good.